What's up, Internet? There's some discussion going on today. It's, what is it, Sunday, April 10th. There's some discussion going on the Internet about whether the Gen 1 Kodiak WK180C upper is compatible with the Generation 2 lower. And we've been told by Kodiak that they're not multiple times. There are a lot of differences between the upper and the lower. So there's really nothing saying that they should mate. But there's somebody on the internet specifically who is saying that you don't know, it could happen. It's just the rear takedown pin is the difference. So, the guy could be right. I'm willing to bet that Kodiak has tested this and they say that it's not compatible. So it's probably not compatible, but we're going to do it and we're going to settle the debate. And hey, if it works, I'll be the first to say it works. Let's find out. So we're going to do this really comprehensive like. This is a Generation 1 lower. You can see it's even an early Generation 1 lower, which is why the color of the lower is different than the black of everything else. So definitely a Gen 1 WK180C lower. I'm going to set that down for a second. This is a Generation 2 upper. You can tell it's a Generation 2 upper because that right there is the non-reciprocating charging handle. This is a Generation 2 all the way, 100%. That's a Generation 2 bolt in there and bolt carrier and the whole 9 yards. All I did was take it off of the Gen 2 lower. Now, let's see. First of all, because we're using a Gen 1 lower, I'm going to use the Gen 1 pin. Quite a bit of wobble in there, but there was the Gen 1 as well. Okay, now that's as far as we're going to go because the Gen 2 upper is tighter. These wings here are different than they were in the Gen 1. And the Gen 2 lower, which is right here, you can see there are grooves cut into the lower specifically to fit the tighter tolerances of the wings on the upper. And as I'm putting this in here, I am scratching the shit out of this Gen 1 lower. And it will not, like, I'm going to have to force it closed. In fact, I've already gone too far and I'm going to have to force it open. Oh, and my buddy who owns this Gen 1 lower is going to be pissed because I just scratched the shit out of it. So right there, the Gen 2 upper will definitely not fit on the Gen 1 upper. Or sorry, Gen 1 lower. Not in any way that isn't going to wreck your shit anyways. I mean, could you force it together? Maybe. Could you get it to cycle? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not going to do it. You want to do it? Go ahead. I'm just not going to scratch the shit out of the aluminum. Okay. Test number 2. This is the same Generation 1 upper that mates with the Gen 1 lower. I'm going to lose that bolt carrier. The Gen 1 upper for the Gen 1 lower that I just put down. These two are made for each other. You can tell because they're even the same fucking color. This is the Gen 2 lower. You can tell because it's got a rear takedown pin. You can tell because it's got a captive front pin rather than using the spring clip. You can tell because it's got the external bolt hold open and it's got the longer safety. This is a Gen 2. Let's see if it fits on the Gen 1. Okay, so first of all, that's much tighter. So much so that I'm worried I'm going to scratch it again. The things I'm willing to do for the internet. Having trouble lining it up here. I'm not sure that this pin even fits. Because I'm lined up. I know you guys can't see this. This isn't great video. But this is lined up. The pin just won't go in. There we go. Okay. That was a tight fit. Absolutely zero wobble. Will it close? No, sir, it will not. It will not close. Why? Again, they redesigned the upper, and that fin, whatever you want to call it, indexing notch, whatever, will not. Oh, never mind. That's not true. I'm just an idiot and I didn't realize that I closed the pivot pin. So how about that? Okay, that is way tighter than it should be. And obviously I can't close the pin. Did I get it to close? Yeah. But can I get it to open? Let's find out. Yeah, that's pretty tight. How about this? Let's see if it'll pass a function test. So I'm using the Gen 1 buffer and springs. Okay, it closed. And it will function. You can see the hammer closing there. So if the question is, will it fit on physically? Yeah, it will fit on. It'll fit on very tight. Will it hold a magazine? Let's find out. It'll hold a magazine. It'll hold the bolt back. So far as the question of, will it pass a function test? It looks like it will pass a function test. Will it pick up rounds? Will it shoot them properly? Will it extract them properly? I have no idea. None whatsoever. I'm just trying to see if there's anything obvious here. Yeah. So theoretically, will it work? Yeah, maybe. Will it be as accurate? Will it feed properly? Will it be as reliable? Hard to say. Maybe I'll test it in the coming days. I'll get permission and maybe we'll take it to the range. Does the bolt hold open work? Hey, that actually even works. So how about that? Now, before I do take this to the range and test it, I'll be contacting Kodiak and getting their opinion on this because there's got to be a reason why they said that they weren't backwards compatible. I'm not sure this really matters because you can't just get a lower for a Gen 2 anyways. And really the other question becomes, why don't you want the Gen 2 upper? Will it work theoretically? Maybe. Do you really want it that way? Why? They come as a complete rifle. Buy them as a complete rifle. Oh, and that's very tight. You're going to start wearing a lot of. Yeah. You're going to wear things on it. but it looks like it will fit, and it passes a function test. So there you have it. I would not put the Gen 2 upper on the Gen 1 lower. That's way, way too tight. You're going to start scratching shit. And even if it works, why would you want to do it? The Gen 1 upper will fit on a Gen 2 lower. It will function in a function test, meaning dry fire. Will it actually fire? Will it actually pick up rounds? Maybe I'll test it out and we'll see. But that ends that debate right there. It's not really meant for it. I wouldn't do it. You can't get the individual uppers and lowers for Gen 2 anyways. So it's kind of a moot point, but there you have it.